We're back. We are back. We are back. Let's do this now on air. We are back. We are back. We left with Chico, so let's continue with Chico as well. Now, here's the thing, Chico, and I want you to be as truthful as you can. If you go back 2 weeks ago, the small bread, and I know you've bought it, how much was it? How much would it cost you to buy it? The small bread, is it the 400 grams? Yes, the 400 grams.
400.
Yes.
60.
60 shillings.
Yeah.
60 shillings.
Yeah.
But currently, how much is it?
I think 65.
65 shillings on average. Joseph, I want you to listen to this kindly as well. So that is 60 from maybe 2 weeks ago, but right now we're buying at 65 shillings.
Yeah.
What has transpired within this period of that bread jumping up to 65 shillings is because indeed energy shot up. And the only thing they did was remove the levies that were associated to diesel and kerosene within the country. Yeah. Now, majority of the transporters in this country have been known to be on diesel-driven engines. That's 70%. Only 30% are on petrol. Now, diesel goes for 168 shillings. In the event that we pass this bill, we'll be talking about 170 something, close to 180 shillings for diesel. Yeah. So the residual impact, Chico, whether we like it or not, I do not think that that will not be factored in the cost of the items that you're going to sell as a business lady, as a businessman, all right? So indeed, we're going to rise again. Yeah. So it will not make sense for me not to say that indeed bread now might go to 70 shillings, the 400 grams. Yeah. Is that all right? 65, it is 70. Might go higher, isn't it? Yeah. And other products are going to follow. For the very first time in this country, the price of salt has gone up. Yes. Basically, no, hold on. That is price. That is price. That is still price. That is still price. Joseph, speaking to the mic. Speaking to the mic. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you.
Yes.
The price of salt.
Yes.
This is the correct analogy.
Yes.
It went up by every ton.
Yes.
Was increased by 1,000. What is a ton? A ton is 1,000 kilos.
Does it?
It was increased by 1,000. So that shows it's 1 shillings per kg. How many kgs of salt do you consume?
Still an increase. Still an increase. Joseph, you can't sit there and say that it's not an increase. Good. Just hold on, Joseph. Hold on. Still an increase, isn't it? Now, Chico, just hold on. I'm going to come back to you, Joseph. Now, Chico, then why would you sit here for the rest of the people in this country that are watching you who might not have read that bill and say, well, ni sawa, wacha mafuta iongeza tuko tu sawa?
Okay, what I want to say,
yes,
from 2020,
yes,
vitu zilianza kupanda. It's not in this government.
But it's from
2020, yeah.
Lakini Ruto came into power telling you, maisha ita reduce. All right? That's the promise.
That's why he wants us to pay taxes.
For Ruto, isn't it? I would like to think.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
With what promise? What made you vote for him?
I voted for him because, one, for empowerment.
For empowerment, two?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Which essentially is going to jump up again. That's it.
Na itashuka bado. Yes, na itashuka. Siba, I want to, okay.
That's it.
Give me time now.
Yes. I'm going to shut up.
What I want to say, hatuwezi kaa bila kulipa taxes. And it's like, hawaelewi, this bill, watu hawaelewi. Because tukisikiza politicians, they are politicizing these things. Na watu wakielezewa vizuri, wataishika. They know where they should know where our Kenya is. So, tukikosa kulipa taxes, yes, kama hatulipi taxes, hakuna mahali tutaenda. Now we have to pay, hatuwezi sema tutakaa na 0% tax.
Kuna kitu ambayo unaweza ambia president hapo siguze. Najua hata kama nakupiga kuna kitu nikifanya wewe utasema hata wewe pia umezoea sasa. Yeah, unajua that's life. Shiko hiyo ni life.
Okay, what I would do.
Naweza ongea mbaya lakini kuna kitu unaniambia hapo nayo
acha nayo. Okay, siwezi mwambia aache, but I can advise him to hizi pesa yenye tunatoa na angalie na watch the taxes mali zinaenda. Because kama hazitumii vizuri, bado bei itaendelea kupanda. Na hizi pesa afunge hizi mashimo zote.
Pretty much.
Yeah, akifunga hizo mashimo na management ya taxes ndio tutaangalia sana. Then empowerment. Kama sisi wa mama boga tunataka tu empowerment. If we are empowered, sisi tutalipa tax. Na ndio nakwambia hata tutajitolea.
Yes.
We will volunteer to pay taxes.
Yes.
Because tumepata pesa za kutuempower.
Yes.
Na hizi pesa tunatoa taxes, tunaona mali zinaenda.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Just quick fire now, gentlemen. And I want us to look at the issues that have developed around this particular area. Alfred, nataka ushike mic hivyo. I want Jim, you as well. Hold on to the mic. Now, here's the thing. You guys, I believe, Jim, Alfred, and the rest of us, Joseph and Peter, we've been in this country for quite some time now. It's in rare occasions that we see within a public participation process of the bill that we have demos in the streets. Are we sensing a skipped process within the formulation of this bill? Because we don't know exactly how it goes before it comes back to public participation, then goes back to the National House. Is that what we're reading?
Are demo civic education? Okay.
Just hold on. Is that what we're reading?
You know, my brother Joseph here,
yes.
Akona mdomo tamu sana. And if you don't listen to him carefully, he's juggling with the facts, and you know how to twist facts in a way that, you know, they are not facts, but he's trying to twist them to look as facts. First of all, unga saini beikali, and that's the truth. Let the truth be told. Secondly, the government has done little on on the civic education on the bill. Most of the people are not even aware that the bill will be in the floor of the House next week.
Yes.
They are not aware. Wow, naona tuko TV that kuna maandamano, people are on the street, people on the street against the bill. And I want to say this. Actually, I'm not happy of this bill, because if you look, the people of Turkana, the people of Wajir, the people of Garissa, where they are facing drought, the people of Baringo, are they interested in having houses? No. Those people need support and agricultural inputs so that they can have something to put on the table. Each and every day, we are seeing people retiring to bed hungry in these particular areas. People are dying due to hunger. But the government on this other side, they're increasing tax even to these people. Which kind of government is this?
Yes.
Are they killing us, or are they helping us to come out of this issue? Secondly, if you look at the matter, this bill is going to be passed. And I'm telling you, the government, the president himself, on Monday, he will come out and say, let us do away with the 3% house levy. Because he knows most of the people, the majority of Kenyans, their concentration are on the 3%.
Yes.
And this bill will go to Parliament. It will be passed by the august House members without any change being made on the 8%, or I mean 16% of the fuel,
on the fuel,
16% on the content creator,
yes,
and other areas.
Pretty much. Also, just hold on to that mic. Just pass it over to Joseph. But then I'm going to come back to you so you summarize your presentation.
Yes, Simba. Let me pick it from where Alfred is, what Alfred is talking about.
Yes.
And I really want to agree with some facts that he's putting. And I think it's really important that we look into this bill before we really pass it, because there are a lot of hidden clauses that the public has not been exposed to. And a lot of the public, they are questioning, what about this? Because we are wholly focused. If you, like Alfred has called it house levy.
Yeah.
Simba, what is a tax? Or what is a levy? Something imposed to you. It's finally a tax. So what is the government telling us? You know, let us avoid the shenanigan politics about it. Let's come out clear and tell the public, because the common Mwananchi has been inflicted in pain.
Yes.
The burden is so high.
Yes.
We were talking about the energy-driven economy. So this financial bill, I think the end result might be much more painful than what we are seeing. Look about the choppers and the aircraft. I think I love the energy of the president. I believe in him, and I know he's a capable man. But some things I don't really trust, because as I talked before, look at the pyramid.
Yes.
We are at the bottom, the Mama Mboga, and I'm happy she's here. But could the president listen to us? Could he pay attention? Could he see the communication directors, get the public opinions, so that we are heading in the right direction? If you talk about, we have 8% on the fuel,
yes,
the fuel levy, and that means that by the end of the day, is the Mama Mbogo is going to suffer. The economy is going to be bad because it's energy driven. If you go to the factories, they tell you electricity has gone high. The transport costs will increase on the road. If we are going to increase the matatu prices,
yes.
How will we be going to town?
Yes.
Are they going to do something unique? The trust issues. The government has, the public, remember Mwai Kibaki, the late former president. He was elected by about 68%, but after 2 years, did he pass the referendum? He failed. So it's good to listen. As a president,
yes.
I'm just a president of a university, but tomorrow I might be with him there advising him.
Yes.
So the thing is, gain the trust of your people. Do what is right. Follow the right channel. By the end of the day,
yes.
even if you pass the bill,
yes.
we hold it. It's not William Ruto's bill.
Pretty much. Pass over the mic to Peter, because Peter, there's an issue that I want you to weigh in with Joseph here. Joseph, and here's the fact. I asked him this question when we were on break, that even within the government, and we know what I refer to as the government, members of parliament that are allied to the Kenya Kwanza government, they themselves have come out to oppose some of these key clauses in the Finance Bill 2023. Should that be a concern to the president, that even the guys that I'm working with now, who should be speaking my voice to the people that I'm going to speak to, are opposing me? Is that enough for the president to say, well, guys, maybe we need to be looking into this issue?
Yes, even in your own house, with your wife and children, when you have a disagreement, as a head of the house, you need to humble yourself, to sit, to listen to the wife, to listen to the kids.
Yes.
They can give you a point which can lead you to a good direction. My brother, our country, Kenya, is heading to the worst direction. 3 kg of sugar is more costly than a 50 kg of cement right now. 3 kg
it is actually, Joseph,
of sugar.
It's 250.
3 kg of sugar is costly more than 50. No, place him level. It's costly more than a 50 kg cement.
It's not costly, they're just about the same level.
750.
660.
No, 660. How much is the 50? How much is the...
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yes.
210.
Yes. Depending on where you're buying it. This week, depending on where you're buying it.
Which kind of a car do you drive?
Yes. Yes. Oh, can you? Yeah. Just hold on. Just hold on.
I want to make clarification. Yes. The Mwananchi, the hustler.
Yes.
Yule mtu wa boda boda.
Yes.
Yule mtu alikuwa anabebwa na hurubaru. Au watu ambao waliona the vision of Ruto.
Yes.
Wote wakasema wacha sisi to vote Ruto.
Yes.
They are disappointed. Right now they are disappointed.
Because Joseph, nataka umalize, because nataka umpatie mic. There's so many points he's going to summarize on, and then I gotta wait, take this one from Peter Maliza, so that umpatie mic.
Because when they are taking up the government,
yes,
the price of sugar was 100 per kilo. Right now is double. When they were taking the government, they promised the Mwananchi,
yes,
they will bring down the low cost of living.
Yes.
When they are campaigning, when they are taking the government, they promised heavens. They are delivering hell to the people of Kenya.
Pretty much. Could you pass over the mic? Just. But by the way, you're next. Peter, this is the question. As a president who's making his first document, essentially to start delivering on your promises, you would like to think that even members of your government will be speaking in one voice. They'll go out and drum up support for your document. Peter.
One thing you should know, Simba.
Yes.
The master is not always right.
Yes.
You may be the master, but you are not right. But one thing our president must hear is to surround himself with the truthful men and listen to the ground. Because they are complaining about the last regime of His Excellency, the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. They went away with all the money. Currently, Simba, do you know how much we pay from good conducts per day, passport per day? birth certificates per day. We have a lot of money in this country. I don't see why is it that we are overburdening common Mwananchi with all these taxes. We have a lot of money in this country.
Yes.
For example, can I give this example? Per day, do you know how many people take good conduct? We pay 1,050. 50 shillings goes to the government. The other 1,000 goes to the e-citizen. We have a lot of money in this country. The problem with this country is corruption. And what the president must know,
yes,
even if this bill passes, how will he be able to fix all those loopholes where people are stealing money? The other day we had a scandal in Kemsa, and he's still the president in this country. Is there an action that have been taken apart from suspending the PS? Have they been taken to the court? We must ask ourselves that way. At the end of the day, the money that the KRA will be bringing back to the government,
yes,
where are they going?
Are
we going to improve our infrastructure? Are we going to build schools in Baringo?
Yes.
Are we going to build schools in Mount Elgon? That's the way the president must hear.
Pretty much. Yeah. All right, Peter, I want you to hand over the mic to Jim. Well, we're going to take now final submissions after we listen to Joseph on this particular one.
It's just a 5-point plan.
That's it.
And one, I'll start with one thing.
Yes.
From our brothers from the lake.
Yes.
They sell fish from Uganda. That is the Migingo and the rest, yeah? The imported fish, who imports, I would ask a genuine question.
Yes.
Who imports these fish? These 100 metric tons of fish, who imports? They are the rich there. Sawa sawa. They don't pay tax under the current finance bill.
Yes.
They are exempted from it. But now they are being told to pay 100,000 for every metric ton that they bring for the fish. You get it?
Yes.
So for us, importation of fish, that is Kenya shillings 100,000 per metric ton, all 20%,
yes,
whichever is higher. And that's where the Wananchi don't want to understand. Who teaches civic education? It's not the government. I would urge my brothers and sisters that demonstrations, they are not civic education. Civic educations, when I grew up, they were used to be done by the good governance advocate, yes, the churches, yes, the bodies like Justice and Peace, both in Catholic, SDA, and these bigger churches, that is the traditional churches, the Catholic, AIPCA, PCA, and
Simba.
the rest.
Yes.
They have Justice
Simba.
and
Yes.
Peace, Crusader. Wait
Let
first.
me just give him a point.
Yes.
No, before you
Simba,
go to that point,
by the end of the
let me
day,
finish my 5-point plan, then I'll give it to you.
Yes.
Is himself. Is you. There is nothing like a church. The church is a building. There's nothing like a
No.
governance.
It's okay. Whichever, however you understand, however political
Simba,
analogy that you bring on.
Just as it clears this point.
No, let me clear my point.
Yes.
The problem with the Kenyans is one.
Yes.
We oppose something even before it is said. For me, I say this. The government.
Simba, who is Kenyan?
Okay,
Yeah.
why? For me, I've been silent when
Yes.
they were talking.
Okay.
Why are they
Jim,
talking?
let's give him time.
Why are they
Okay.
talking when
All
I'm
right, all right.
talking?
Just
Because they
come
don't
on
want to
now.
hear the truth.
Yes.
And the truth will hurt. For me, the Mwananchi from the lake, that's where I was.
Naza.
They are not benefiting because we have a lot of imported fish
Naza.
from China, from wherever countries that we get. They are never taxed. The rich don't want to be taxed because they are the people who bring metric of tons. That is one.
Second.
Two, who brings the furnitures that we are sitting on? It's the high-end furnitures with the stores that we have in the country.
You would like to
are
think
they,
so?
Are
You
they
would like
locally?
to- you like to think so?
No. Are
Yes.
they locally assembled, these furnitures that we are sitting on? Are they made in Kenya?
Yes.
They are not. They are made in China. Are they taxed? No. Currently, they are being introduced a taxation of 16% for them, or 30% for the furnitures that are coming in. You get it? So
Yes.
that we go to the
Yes.
furnitures locally.
Pull the mic,
we
close to
go with the furnitures that are locally assembled and locally made. 3. 1, there is an infant milk that comes in.
Yes.
Those are chemicals.
Yes.
Let us not lie to ourselves. There is a powdered juice and powdered milk that are fed to Kenyans. And if you go to any supermarket, there is not so many juices that are produced from the mangoes, from the pineapples, and the rest. They are chemicals.
Yes.
You get it? They are chemicals. And one thing to try and reduce them and reduce the cancerous issues about
Yes.
the chemicals
Yes.
is to put the taxation
yeah.
on whatever is coming through.
Okay,
just number four. Number four. Number four.
Does it? We're going to ask you that question.
Is undermining the same government. You know, if you undermine the same government, if you are calling it
we're going to ask you that question.
The authority to check the standards.
I leave for them to talk when I'm silent.
Joseph, I want you to clear that point. Quickly at that. Yes.
The fourth one is about content creators.
Yes.
They have never been taxed, but they make millions of money. Why they don't concern about the comedy world? They are not concerned about the politics, as they call it, the politics or the running of the government. Is because they don't pay tax. Let them pay tax like I pay, so that they be concerned and they be curious on what is happening. So that when you're talking about trust issues, we talk about what you have contributed.
Go to your last point.
The last point.
The
last point is about beauty products.
Yes.
There are so many wigs, there are so many eyelashes, there are so many beauty products that comes in from China, and they are never taxed currently. How many salons do we have all over the Kenya, all over Nairobi? There are so many. They got salon, barber shops and all that. They got imported products. They are never taxed. Once they are taxed, we shall reduce those artificial products.
Pretty much.
And we shall make money for the government, which by those 1,000 shillings that we pay for the good conduct, they go towards the loans. Now we need money to run the government.
Let me pick it from there.
Quickly at that, by the way, we're taking the final submissions.
Yeah, of course. My brother Joseph, he talks really good, but I want to advise him something. You don't undermine the same government you support. If you tell me these content creators have not been taxed, what are you telling me? KRA, they've slept on their job. If you're telling me about, the chemicals.
Fact, there's no law taxing them. There's no law taxing them. Let us not lie to ourselves.
Who is a responsible citizen? It's upon you to pay taxes. Secondly, you asked my brother that with the big team behind the president support the bill. Yesterday we watched the news and we saw Didmas Baraza saying that there are still gaps. So I think this bill is good, but I doubt if it is a unanimous decision.
Pretty much. And Joseph, I'd like to respond to that once we come from the break, by the way. Just hold on, once we come from the break.
We can if we are talking, we have he said that he has to be surrounded with the truthful men. Our deputy president is a truthful man. He opens up. He says everything. The other day, you know, he's one man I love. He's one man I love, Simba. He walks and says the truth. Is one man. Look at the inauguration day. Despite the guests and everything, he said the truth, and that I love, because when we reach at a point where we say the truth to Kenyans, that is really good. Thirdly, Simba, the deputy president has been constant on choppers heading to Naivasha to deal with mental health related to alcoholism. Why can't there are people taking beer? Tusker cider is a common thing on the street. We are in the universities and we are talking about it every day. We do the Zoom meetings. Why don't we go for other things? Why can't we go for the chopper of the rich? You know, Simba, it's a good bill. I believe in the president. But let him wait, take a moment and say, hey Kenyans, I love you. I'm going to take a moment and listen to your cries. It's too much. The economy is, you're overburdened. So the common Mwananchi can feel good. And I believe the government is still for the hustlers. And Simba, we are going to do good. But wait, we are watching the footsteps.
We're watching the footsteps. Guys, I just want us to go for a tiny breather. Once we come back, by the way, Joseph, you've been told you're speaking from two sides, that you're speaking for yourself, not essentially the real issues that majority of Kenyans want to be addressed. So once we come back, if indeed you're going to stay there and say that you have a problem with the 16% VAT now that has been pushed to petroleum products within the country, fine. I would have a problem with the 3% housing fund. Somebody somewhere would have a problem with the 15% withholding tax now for all the content creators in the country. Some hustler somewhere would say, well, maybe reduce that taxation that you're presenting on beauty products and wigs and hair that comes into this country. Just hold on. Just reduce on it. Fine. Then aren't we saying that majority of Kenyans then are presenting issues that need to be relooked into, as opposed to saying, well, it's a good bill, I would have a problem, you'll have a problem, someone else will have a problem on it as well. Guess what? We're still here. And Joseph is on the spot. He's been told, well, don't speak for yourself, speak for majority of Kenyans. Once we come back, the question that Peter and the rest of the Bunge is going to respond to is, if indeed they're not listening, then why would they pass it? once we come back right here on the Morning Drifts. My name is Simbalaja Charles. Get online and look up TV. Once we come back, we continue with this debate.